So far, it was largely the philosophers who studied human consciousness, but a serious effort to understand consciousness and walk the path towards ultimate reality was made at the MIT World Peace University in the form of the world's first conference on consciousness, the ultimate reality. Many eminent personalities, speakers, thinkers, and philosophers from all over the world share their thoughts on this subject during this conference. Journey into Mind, Consciousness, and DNA and Origin of Thoughts was the subject of discussion by Speech 10. The topic of renowned motivational speaker Dr. Ramakrishna G. Bhat was, "Is consciousness with us or are we within it? A chemical dance or a trance?"
Student asks a guru, look at this, how students were asking questions. It is unfair to say that Indian philosophy never asked a question, only Socrates asked the questions. We are full of questions and answers, dialogues, not a monologue. And kenoshitam patati, I will not read because it takes time. Kenoshitam pashati preshitam manaha kena pranaha. Who is this? Who is inspired by whom I am thinking? Inspired by which light and the power I am prana, my breathing is there. By whom I am able to speak, my vak shakti. Then the guru says, Shotascha shotam, pranasya pranaha. Means it is the ear of the ear, mind of the mind, body of the body. Beautiful. Then he said that still ask, I still don't understand. He said that which can't be expressed by the mind or a speech, but without which speech cannot be done. By which you cannot see, without whom, but with whom you can see it. It goes on beautifully. Mandukya Upanishad, I think someone touched upon. It's a very beautiful one. The Janaka Raja, he was sleeping. He had a dream. That is called the dream stage, Sapnavastha. He becomes a beggar. And he gets up with heartbeats go up for him. And gets up and he calls his assistant, where am I? I was the king. Oh, then he goes and asks everybody, ये सत्य है, वो सत्य है. मैं किंग था, हूँ, but ड्रीम में तो मैं तो I was sweating. Then the rishi says, na ye satya hai, na wo satya hai. Ultimate satya is different. And he says that, na anta prajna, na ha bha prajna. Nothing. He keeps going and then says, I'm whom? The ultimate consciousness is Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam, Chaturthakam, Manyante, Vivekinaha. Even the rishi is so down to earth that tells by Vivekina. He himself said, I will not say. And this is a figurative speech that Shivam, waking, Jagrata, Mandukya Upanishad, and the Kashmiri Pandit is called Turiya Tita, but we say Chaturtha. That what last 1 or 2 slides with request, that Karana and Karya, we will not talk about that. If Karana and Karya, Para and Prakriti, if Prakriti is different from the Karya or the Karana, then who is then? That means we human beings, Jivatma, some people talked about, is different from the Paramatma. Somewhere we have some power. But this Upanishad, beautifully it talks about Mandukya Upanishad tells, no, the Para and the Prakriti is within like the spider. And the spider, I don't know how many of you seen, please see in the YouTube, or if you can't see it, spider spins out the cobweb and takes back into everything. And that is called the Laya and the Srashti. And further, I would like to talk about this experiential word of the Brahmajnanis. It's very difficult to find Brahmajnanis, I believe. But then, when Adi Shankaracharya was asked by the Gaudapada, what he says, all of us know, Nirvana Suktam, Mano Buddhya Ahankara, Chittani Naham, Nacha Shotra Jivhe, Na Grana Netre, Nacha Vyoma Bhumir, Tejo Navayuhu, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham. Again, the Hastala Malaka talks the same thing to Adi Shankaracharya. Our great Santa Janeshwara, maybe I may make mistake while saying in Marathi, but Jet hai samsar chitra, I can understand that. Umate manorup phat phate, jaise sarovar aate, sarovar dry ho gaya. Where is it? Maga pratima nahi. It's such a beautiful one. And that also, Janeshwara, Santa Janeshwara says so beautifully, the golden necklace, golden chain, embroidered by golden wire only, not even the silk thread. Hence there is no difference. Everything is gold. When I go to the ornament, Abharana, golden Ranka jewelers, for him, if you want to sell the gold, everything is gold. If you want to buy a gold for Ranka jewelers, it is jewelry. So difference comes for whom? That we see. Now this is the Hamsa. I can see the birds are flying and the Hamsa is white for us. And that is a Vyavaharika Satya. Maya, Pratibhasika Satya. We feel that, okay, we are different and this world is different. And we are all within the Paramatika Satya, which is the ultimate supreme Brahman. And how do I realize? Let me remove this Maya. It's not so easy to remove Maya because she'll come behind you everywhere. She's within you. And if it goes, what remains is ultimate reality. And however, in the day-to-day reality, we have a Paramartika Satya. We have the Vyavaharika Satya. We can't forget about it. But seeing together everyone, that's what Bhagavad Gita says, Samabhavinaha. Everywhere you see Samabhava. Now if you see carefully, are we within the consciousness? Whether you call him Vishnu, whether you call him Parabrahma, whether you call him Shri Bhagavati, whether you call it, doesn't matter. Because Veda say that he can be she can be he can be it. We are genderless people. For us, everything is okay. But we differentiate Prakriti and Purusha. In conclusions, overcoming the worlds of opposites is very essential. What is the message from me? Magnet has South Pole and North Pole. But together, they make a magnetic field. We have different views, opposite views maybe. But together, we have to make a beautiful universe. Need to transcend all pairs of the opposite into Dvandva into one. Because in the Vedas says, Tvitiya Dvai Bhavayam Bhavati. In my office, in my room, if I'm all alone, I'm perfectly fine. When I start feeling some bhuta is there, someone is entering, then I start getting afraid because someone else, second person has come into picture. Vedas say there is nothing called second. Everything is Advitiyam, Advaita, Dvaita to begin with. You can see duality everywhere. In depth, it is only one. So one suggestion for all the students and the professors, by experience, is a lack of appropriate linguistic connections. Many people I start seeing that very loosely translate all the Sanskrit words into English words and you miss the essence. I'm very sorry, students, don't do that. Don't read, I don't want to say don't read translated books. If possible, study Sanskrita. You feel the essence of the real word, you feel it. I have been studying and I'm still a student. Eastern and Western mystical scientific searches for ultimate reality will merge one day, I believe. The way that I could see the pigeons were flying all the times. It cannot fly without only one pair of, there's a pair of wings. Two wings are Vedas saying that ahara and vihara, achara and vichara. So you can't just say achara is necessary and vichara is not necessary. Some people say, no, I'm a rational fellow, I don't want achara. No, it doesn't work. So thank you. I dedicate this my lecture to the greatest of great Rishi Parampara, Sannyasi, both the Pravritti Marga and the Nivarti Marga. And man who has succeeded, or a human, we have succeeded splitting up an atom. But before acquiring the wisdom of uniting the human heart. So we are fine. This is the greatest quote from Bhagavad Gita. Dhanyavada once again. And I thank Professor Vishwanath Karad sir for creating this a wonderful, one of its kind in the entire India, the consciousness department. But this consciousness is a bigger consciousness that I'm talking about. Let us not just funnel it to the awakeness. Let us come out of that awakeness to further higher one. And I congratulate the new department and the Dr. Jayant Kandare director, Professor Deepak Ranade, and all the faculty members and the staff. A great success ahead. And I believe that it will transform the human beings inwards and outwards. Thanks once again. Sorry for taking extra time. If I bored you, I apologize. And thanks for giving a wonderful opportunity, Professor Karad sir. It's a pleasure. May God give you a long health and long happiness and leave you 100 years. Sharadhas Chatam.
How is it possible to empty the ocean